Hey everyone, Shawn and Sav.
Hi everybody.
Today, a really important episode. We're going to show you how to tell if somebody is engaged with the target from their body language at address, or if somebody is afraid to miss the ball or distracted with something else, which usually results in disaster. So stay with us. This is going to be super primo for you. Oh, that was pretty, Sav. Oh, yes. So that was left edge of red back toward that tree. We're making that tree our target. Make it, front and center. And you'll notice that when Sav gets ready to engage with that shot, go ahead, Sav, get your posture. Look at how engaged her glutes and quads are and really applying some nice pressure through the arches of her feet. Right now, she's getting ready to use her legs to engage with the target. Whereas the people that you'll see engaging with a golf ball are typically up here, being still with the ball, or over here, making sure they're keeping their head on the ball. But there is no target and there's no engagement with the target. So if you were to face the camera, Sav, there, look at how she's getting ready to compress a ball in that direction. If I was to try and push her over, right, I'd have a hard time. Everything would be right up against the inside of that left foot, up against the inside of that right foot. So if you take a backswing and stop, so you notice at the top of the backswing, she's still engaged with that tree. There was no sway there. Why? Because we're going that way. But if the ball was the target, you could easily sway off the ball.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't have, this is no longer an intersection on the way to that target over there.
Yeah, it's hard to create, you don't want to create tone when the ground is essentially your target.
Yes, and
Right.
that's where a lot of you getting hurt,
Yeah.
right? You're pounding the club into the mat because you're going after the ball all day, and then you wonder why you've got tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, versus I'm going to take that and send it over there. So a couple of really good examples for those of you who play other sports. If I'm getting ready to hit a baseball, I'm going to be the strikeout king. I wasn't as brash to be like Babe Ruth,
Yeah.
but I was looking for between first and second base, yay high to get over that fence, and then I'm waiting for the pitch that matches that. And when the pitch comes, I know I have a really nice hit on my hands if the pitcher has the gall to serve that up to me. So in golf, you actually have the opportunity to stay with your target the whole time.
Yeah.
And that will also determine the distance between you and the ball. So let's look at how are you going to get set up in relation to going over there. So Sav is basically we're going to that red flag right here. Here's a nice divot that's going to help her go there. We're going to skirt the left edge of that red flag and fly it toward the right edge of that tree with a nice little draw. So when you're looking down here at the ball, what do you see?
That image going through that intermediate point.
That's it. So you're moving through there to the left of that red flag and into that tree. So you see a nice tracer coming through there and moving into that picture.
Yeah.
So go to the top of your backswing. What do you still see?
Target.
You still see that image. And now, what are you sending into that image, right?
Heavy momentum.
Heavy momentum. When I go play a friendly round of baseball, there's always somebody who's going to bring a bunch of bats. The first thing I do is I go feel the different bats. If the bat's too heavy, it doesn't feel like I can move it fast enough. And if the bat's too light, it doesn't feel like I can hit it over the fence. So the one that's just right, I'm going, oh, yeah, I can do the job with that.
Yeah.
I take my little pen knife out and I'm going to carve my initials in it. So I know which bat to use when I get there.
Yeah.
Because I know that bat's going to give me that home run. So we're using that nice hefty momentum to deliver into the direction that we want to start the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Great miss.
Just
That's
rushed it.
exactly how you want to miss them, because that was target bound.
Yeah.
It's going to happen that you hit a thin one once in a while, or a little bit toe, or a little bit heel.
Mm-hmm.
The key is she never left her post,
Yeah.
right?
At least I'm giving myself the chance to stay with it.
That's it. Oh man, there it is. And it's just nicking the little branches of the tree on the way down, and it's
Yeah.
just landing behind that red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Money. Why? She stayed with it the whole time. Perfect divot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been some incredible research that has been done on how we learn motor skills.
Mm-hmm.
They used a dart team, they used basketball teams, they used tennis. So our favorite is darts.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at a dartboard, and they said to the first team, make sure you go to the bullseye. Just focus on the bullseye an hour a day, 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they were 15% closer to the bullseye, and the ones that were just outside are now inside the bullseye by 15%. The other team that made sure that they were repeating the same motion of the arm over and over again for 2 weeks, they went 23% in the opposite direction. Complete failure. So the body is responding to your external focus. We react to stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting here going, man, where's my elbow? Where's my wrist? Where's my, where's my lag? Then you're not reacting to that picture.
Mm-hmm.
Lag will come when you're moving in the direction of the target.
Yeah.
And so if I take my 8-iron now and do the same thing, I'll do a little fade to combat that draw of yours there, Sav. So I've got my divot right there. I've got my ball a hair forward to center. And right now it feels like, hey, I can move in that direction. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can. No, I got to go there. So now I got my distance to ball. Ball position. Now I got to rake it back to go through that divot right there. So I can't move toward the target. Here I have to lunge at the ball. And here I can move in that direction. So I've got my distance to ball. I've got my ball position. I've got my grip club relationship. What does that mean? So, Sav, stand beside me. Show me your grip. Mine's a strong grip. Sav is a very strong grip. These two grips are going to allow us to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
Show me a backswing and stop. Slow motion. Come on down. Look where our hands are. So we can now collect the ball from here and release in the direction of that tree.
Yeah.
And we're letting momentum do that. It's not our job to do any
Manipulate it.
finagling
Yeah.
through impact, because that's going to take away from momentum trying to get you to that target.
Yeah, I've also noticed that in my long drive competitions, if my tone is not strong enough in my setup, I can't get through it.
Like that.
Yeah.
So that is splitting that tree in half. And that was just a half groove low.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt completely engaged in that direction, but it can't be lackadaisical.
Exactly. That's the part where in long drive sometimes I can feel too lackadaisical, and then my grip falls apart through impact.
Right.
And then you get like those weird like toe-y shots, and the whole thing just falls apart,
Right.
comes off the wagon.
Right.
But then when I really feel more tone at address,
Yes.
then it's like, okay, now we're ready to go.
Wouldn't that equate to how committed you are to the shot too?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you sometimes you get up there and the grid's pretty narrow and they got the wind going on a certain way, and you don't like the spot that you're in, and you start getting a little timid.
Yeah.
And you can always sense when somebody's getting timid over a shot.
Yeah.
I played in a tournament yesterday with my buddies, and we did really good on the range in the morning. I continued to do really well on the golf course. Like I played really well. Didn't miss a fairway, didn't miss a green in regulation yesterday. And I was a couple over because the greens are just, you know,
Crazy.
Incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
But I was super proud at how I was getting myself committed. I'd walk up to a shot, I'm going, yeah, there's a dog leg here, so let's put one in play right there. And then I get over my ball and I'm going, wait a second, that's not clear enough. Okay, there's a tee box there, there's a rope, and there's a space between the ropes. Okay, we're going through there into that, and there's a wind coming over here, so we're gonna let the wind bring it back to that mound right there. Through there to there. And then I got up there and just absolutely smoked my 4-iron off the tee.
Yeah.
And it was a little too long.
Yeah.
So my second shot, I mean, that was just a fabulous hole, right? I had 192 over these towering pines called Mystic Pines. And I have a nice lie in the rough. I'm going, you can't really fade a ball with a crosswind out of the rough. So I'm gonna have to take it over those trees. And the only club that really works is a 7-iron over those trees. So I had a little tailwind, a little flyer lie. I'm going, yeah, that fits. I would normally I'd have been 5-iron fade for me, right? Two extra clubs.
Yeah.
I smoked it, landed 15 feet short, uphill putt, missed the putt. Actually, I 3-putted that one.
Nice.
Nice, right? 3 jacked after that. But the clarity that I had on the tee box was really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm going left edge of red flag into that tree with a straight fade. There's my intermediate point. What's it gonna feel like when I deliver these grass clippings here with momentum into that picture? Oh yeah, where's that heavy momentum? Right about like this. Just like that. So that started just left edge of that red flag and just faded to the right side of that tree, but a really nice assertive pass.
Yep.
I had 2 eagle putts yesterday. One of them was for, I got a par, and one of them I finally got a birdie.
Nice.
So to resume, Sav, get ready to hit the ball versus get ready to deliver heavy poundage momentum left edge of that red flag. Okay. Oh, baby, look at that. So that takes care of posture down the line. And then if I was hitting a shot towards Sav, this is what it looks like. See how braced I am versus, get ready to hit a ball. So this is me getting ready to hit a ball. I could easily sway off this ball right now because I just don't have the tone to hold myself.
Yeah.
And here you are thinking, I gotta stop swaying. So you start thinking about stopping swaying, but you're still not going over there.
Right.
Versus, I'm going to you.
Yeah.
Still going to you. Still going to you. Just delivered to you, right? So there's that body language that matches my intent to go that way with a twinkle in my eye, right? So get to it, you guys. Get your targets and start getting into positions that match you going to the target. For extra help, come to wisdomingolfpremium.com and we'll show you the body language that matches that. And we'll show you how to predict proper contact based on you going to the target. And you'll have a lot more fun afterwards. All the best.